So 3 to a carriage, guys. 1, 2, and then Marion, if you jump on this one, 3 to a carriage.
My chariot taking me to the Karnak Temple.
Themselves lots of rams lying right there for protection. Actually, they were made by Ramesses II or Ramses the Great, if you would like to call him, around 1290 BC. And to stress the day that they are lying there for protection, they are not pure rams, heads of rams and bodies of lions. Well, next two massive towers made it 350 years BC, but owing to some economic and political circumstances, they didn't complete making them. At the same time making some towers right there, they made an enclosure, and this building can see very clearly on the left-hand side, or even on the right-hand side as there are some remains of. Being made of a soft material 350 years BC, and still there up till now, it means that the climate changes a lot to keep in mind in the future. You know, from here till Abu Simbel, you don't have torrential rains or strong sandy winds, and that's why the design is still intact. Within the enclosure, more than 62 acres. So as an agreement, we won't be able to.
Oh.
Now we have time. Do you show tickets?
Oh, yeah.
Who came here long ago from Canada to make them, and then they traveled to Australia. I'm not quite sure about this one. Well, you know, I can tell you, the whole operation already documented on the walls of the tombs of the engineers, the architects, and some of the workers. Since cutting the stones in the quarry is documented in details, transporting them down the river, and even lifting them up over those scaffolds, where in front of you at the moment is in brief, in Egyptology you call them religious scenes. And I do suggest myself in my master's in Egyptology, it was something made to commemorate memories of kings behind, plus having some political affairs. In brief, let's start with the first scene to understand what is going on everywhere, from here to Abu Simbel. His Majesty Seti II, the grandson of Ramesses II here, is engaged offering in front of Amun-Ra. Watch that god. From here till Abu Simbel, you're going to see him everywhere. He was the main god in the modern kingdom when they were making those buildings. Amun-Ra is the sun god, usually standing, sometimes seated down on thrones, but always he is a complete human being figure with a crown of 2 blooms on the top of his head. Now you know that the god is offering in front of the god. I have a question for you. What is the meaning of offering in front of a god? Worshipping or adoring a god? What do you think? He is offering in front of the Creator. And to be in a relationship with the Creator is to know the nature of what was already created. So the king is acknowledged to manage life and afterlife for agriculture, animals, and human beings between sun and earth. But the question, do you know how that God was able to create life when he was alone flying in the space? Have you thought that myth? Well, look at him carefully first. In a myth, it was only darkness and silence, and that God was flying alone in the space. Once he got to create some of the stars to light the heaven around, 3 complete troops of the army, no rest. Bring me that mean alive. A complete month looking for me, but in vain. The king asked it, okay, ask girls officially to give a specific descriptions to find. Lots of funny descriptions in that myth were given to find me. Like, if you hear lots of girls screaming, go there, you'll find him. Guys, there are some much better figures for him for photography later on. You know. I know girls are happy to take him photos, they show them to husbands and boyfriends. So, you know, I show you a corner, usually have it. Listen to that. You know, I started feeling sorry for you. God,
Don't like a feisty?
God be with you, my friend. For how long you together?
30 years.
Where did you find her? In a bar, drunk? Well, when you come back on the free time, I do recommend you to go to the other side. Look at those ramps. Intact and more beautiful compared to these, you know. So they could be the best ramps for photography in the whole temple, by the way.
So they're all rams, were they? Not lines or?
No, ramps here and right, they were extension to the ramps you've seen outside,
Yeah.
where the entrance of the temple was right there.
Oh, yeah.
But other kings removed them to add some new constructions, which are not anymore new, they are all basic. The whole thing here was covered in gold.
Bless you.
Uh,
Bless you twice.
bless you. Bless you once.
Canadians.
No, Australians along with Canadians.
It's all right.
Because, you know, I've been told that people conquering this country were riding kangaroos,
Kangaroos, yeah.
and they got Canadian.
So then once again, pulled down by Christian.
We come closer to love you, actually. I told you you are much better than me. So why you leave us? Did you like for you? Lucky you. Well, I feel sorry for my group, you know. My friends, I told you that it's the one in front of you right there, discovered at 1954 by Abdul the Egyptian mythologist. This is a good angle. It's like to have a photo of a statue of the three like rolling from the cloud in one line. Again, the face deep height by early Coptic leaders. Actually, one of the standing figure like this, they climbed it by means of ground, they pulled it down, still down in the right hand side. And that's why they placed only one side of the face and one hand in the same direction, and the statue was too heavy to be removed anymore. My friends, I have a lot. Sand is held. Where you see the remains of the roof, you see the remains of the beautiful roof. My friend, this is a compensation for you going by the kings. You will like the more bright colors and those tubes of the kings, but you're not allowed to use the cameras under any circumstances. So here, taking a shot like that one is a compensation. I'd like to take you to the end that way where it's the best angle to take a photo for the size of the building. I'd like to do it because sometimes I can't as I do, you know, to take a photo. Why you didn't go with him in the photo?
Got enough, I think.
He got enough of me. You know, when I show you those angles, this is saving money as well. When you come back on the free time, lots of guards here and some of the cops may try to ask you to do almost the same, asking for money. So we'll cover this now and then you'll be moved. But, and the stuff look like in the very beginning. This is another spot. By the way, it was open once, you know, but closed because of the crowd. We used to climb to the top and take panoramic shots, and here is where Omar Sheikh and Farid Shawki climbed to the top in order to take some shots in the movie. Slide should be changed. Make it closer. Show you rubbish penny now. My friends, every time coming here, I do the tour a different way, depends on the questions people ask. So, if you have any questions about any of the details, maybe in this building when I spent a long time making studies, you will. If you do not, you go to see something that's in the same building as well.
Just the slats, is that a doorway or a window?
A window, and I'm talking about in the middle, where you can, you know, understand why it was made certain in that side. Yeah. Okay, no questions here. Let's go to the middle to talk to you about the design, to talk to you about that time. Do you know that myth? Seth was an evil Canadian brother.
Sounds right to me.
Osiris and put him in a coffin and send him to Australia. Sorry about the sites, you know, now I remember. It was in Egypt. Seth, the evil brother, along with Osiris, fighting for the two sisters. And by the way, their father is Atum. So, if you accept my very humble interpretations, let me call it the story of Cain and Abel. Atum and Adam, that's the father. Osiris and Seth fighting for the two sisters and so on. Well, Seth, the evil god, represented in a hebel, you're going to see in a dog. But the very famous question up to now in Egyptology is, what was the nature of the primeval animal representing Seth, the evil god? If they were identifying a certain animal to represent the evil god, everybody gonna get it everywhere. I think they intended to make it just the same. Well, enjoying those colors, I'd like to take you right there for another photography stop, again and again. Sometimes it will show you that we do pronounce those names of kings and gods, BC, the wrong way. If you start with the symbol flat Ankh as you sit down, Ankh means the living one. Next to Nisut beats king of Upper and Lower Egypt. Next to the coronation name of the king. While you sit down, look that way, you can see it. When Ramses was crowned to be a king, he was titled Older Ma Ra seated in Ra, meaning strong, faithful Ra, chosen by Ra. Does that title remind you something? I'll read that again. The strong, faithful Ra, chosen by yeah, just a stone. No, just a stone. Yeah, yeah. No, and very few houses around the lake, and some Greeks used to live here, where they were in front of the corner. on. English people conquering Egypt, took it to London, and now it's on Thames embankment called Cleopatra Street. Some suggested recently that the obelisk in London comes from three legends. We do not go with them for one main reason. Up to now, on the top of that obelisk in London are names of Thutmose III, a king from dynasty number 18 in ancient Egyptian history, while Philae Temple was made later on. Around that obelisk in London, there are two sphinxes looking the wrong way. The sphinxes, not the obelisk, were given as a present to England by Muhammad Ali Pasha at 1836, whom also gave a queen, whom made herself a king, ordered her architect, make me an obelisk out of pure gold. The architect was about to leave and say, Your Majesty, but she completed, make it sure it will be made out of pure gold. An obelisk out of pure gold should be the biggest in the country. 3 months later on she asked him, where is the obelisk I ordered? He answered, the lack of the gold, Your Majesty. She changed her mind, ordering him, okay, make them 2 out of granite. Be sure they will be the biggest ever in the country, and do not forget, cover them all with gold. The architect asked, why? And I covered them all with gold. And then she commented, you coming behind, don't say it's a lie. At least say glory to Her Majesty, whom is the first to make the God the best and biggest ever, just within 7 months. My God, only 7 months to cut, to transport, and to raise 2 mountains of granite, if you allow me to use my own words. Yeah, right there is a mountain of granite, 1 solid rock, 30.
Joe? Sure, whatever. I'm game for what everybody else is doing.
Positive? Yeah. My God, and I'm tired, but the first ever in the history to invent and establish journalism and media, spying and intelligence, and also the first ever to make a zoo, still documented here upon it, how he was making the first zoo ever in the world around. But I'm here not only to tell you that, I'd like to try with you some of these names in one way or another. They are still being used up till now. By the way, all the names here were from the Mesopotamia, which is nowadays Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, and Israel. Famous names here. I don't go with the Egyptologists in this one, but I'll tell you why. L-O-T. Egyptologists interpreted Elot into nowadays Elat in Israel. Because he was the king who restored the religion worshipping that God after it was
That was that's original.
As a low one and a roof is too high going down. You are wondering why maybe this design actually Egypt. Egypt is and hole in the walls. This is like sand-down walls. It is the level and the line fills are down. Buildings are changing in size, getting smaller and smaller to make you can believe. Otherwise, they believe that heaven is going down, earth is moving up, and they need to be shut up. Here is the meaning. You got the street, you got the ground.
Why didn't they take it down and just that was the only thing they did?
The palaces?
Everyone.
Being an institution, he believed that they are alive. You know, when they practice, they were getting the incense and singing prayers and worship and stuff like that, you know, and performing rituals. This first thing on the Hatshepsut only faces every Coptic. I'd like to show something on that piece of rock. And evidence, how they were fixing the silver on the floor. To walk around, and depending on how many times you walk around, I will give you.
Dankeschön. Ja, na.
How do you feel before inside? This big temple, how many temples? Right side and Rice is here where we can from this dynasty.
Is it going again? No.
Hier,